Okay. Oh, all right. So William Digital Enterprise is now live. Maybe we will wait for some viewers before I will bring in here my special guest for tonight. Guys, if you are watching to this fifth episode of Inspiration Point series, and my guest for today is no other than Nikki Taiko, a fellow digital business owner and is owning a traditional business with her family. So we have one viewers right now. Good evening, everyone. Uh, Good morning to the other side of the world. So if you don't know me yet, this is William, the creator and owner of William Digital Enterprise page. So we are having this Inspiration Point series to bring more people to give some inspirations to do uh, any side business on the internet that you love, or maybe you think this is the great uh, side gig for you. And we are also presenting this type of business with us here for us, some of you, to get inspiration out of the people or the guests that I will be bringing in here. So we have already 5 viewers right now. I will bring you my guest for today, Miss Nikki Taiko. All right. Hello. Hello, Ate Nikki. How are you? Good
Hello,
evening.
William. Thank you for having me
Hi.
here.
Yes, thank you so much for accepting my invitation to be my fifth guest of Inspiration Points. Thank you so much, Ate.
Yeah,
So,
thank you so much. I love to be
yeah.
here.
All right. Thank you so much. So, before we will proceed, we will acknowledge our viewers right now. We have here on screen live Miss May Servanda from Saskatchewan, Canada.
Oh, hi,
Hello,
May.
May. Yeah, good morning. Good evening from us here. So here is me. Okay, ate, shall we?
Sure.
Yeah,
So,
okay. So my first question for you today, tonight, is, of course, I'm fond of asking for my previous interviewees that who is Nikki Taiko.
Thank you so much, William. So, first and foremost, I'd like to greet all of your viewers today. Good evening to everyone. And since we are in a global community, I would like to greet good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this part of the world. And also for those people who will be catching us on a replay later. And of course,
Yeah.
to our Bistock friends, maayong gabi kaninyong tanan. Welcome
Wow.
to William Digital Enterprise page. And I'd like to thank you, William, for inviting me today and giving me this opportunity to impart inspiration and values in your, we call this your Inspiration Points series, right?
Yes,
And I really
absolutely.
appreciate that. I truly appreciate your invitation. And thank you also for allowing me to share this screen with you today. And I'm
Thank you
sure this
so
is going to
much.
be fun for us. And so to introduce myself, my name is Nikki Taiko. I am doing my business here in the Philippines. I am a wife to my physician husband, a mom to 3 young adult beautiful children. Now I am an empty nester. I am also a Rotarian. It is something that me and my husband love to do. It is our passion. Um, I am also a traditional business owner. I have a drugstore that supplements the medical practice of my husband for the past 25 years. And of course, the latest hat that I am wearing right now is I am an online business entrepreneur. And this is what keeps me busy these days. So that's it.
All right. Thank you so much for that, Ate Nikki. So we have another viewers right now. Thank you for watching, Mar and Delica. You can greet her, Ate.
Yeah, hi, Waan. Thank you for
Yeah.
catching us live today.
Yeah, thank you for having us here.
For the support.
All right. So, okay, my next quick question, Ate, would be the background
Mhm.
that you have prior to this business, but maybe you have covered a lot through what you have said on your introductory statement. So, I will move to the next, which is as I've said that you already own the tagline, don't follow your dreams, chase them. So can you please share to our viewers a little bit about this quote that resonate with Nikki Taiko?
So, I regarding that quote, I found that a few years ago, and it just resonated with me. It talked to me, and I really love the word chase your dreams because it is an action word, and
Yes.
it just simply means that especially now that I am in my midlife and I realize that there's really not much time for me, so maybe another 10 years before I turn into my senior years, and you just have to take that massive action to go after your dreams. So when I say don't follow your dreams, chase them, you just do not sleep and dream, right? You sleep,
Yes.
dream, and you wake up, and then you take action on your dreams so that you can pursue your dreams, and then you can also achieve your goals and whatever it is that you want in your life. So that's my tagline. So
All
you can
right.
always see it in my post and in my page. So it's everything.
Yeah, awesome. That is why I've highlighted that because that is the core. That is why maybe you are having this type of business despite you already have your traditional business with the family, and
Uh-huh.
yet you are still having this type of digital business that we are in. So,
Yes.
as I've said, I know Nikki is already a successful businesswoman, a good mom for your three children, a loving wife, and a Rotary International active member. But I'm interested to know about the traditional business that you have already. As you have mentioned, you already have a drugstore, right?
Yes.
So
Yes.
my follow-up question about that is what potentials do you see in your digital business that could help you achieve the dreams that you haven't achieved yet while operating your traditional business?
So let me go back first to
Ah,
my background prior to having this business, right? So
okay,
before I
go
got
ahead,
married,
please.
yeah, before I got married, I was doing corporate and I was connected to a multinational pharmaceutical company. So I was in a pharmaceutical industry, and I actually got burnt with company politics and pleasing my boss and chasing after the next sale. And I think you're
Yes.
familiar with this hamster
Yeah.
that runs inside the wheel. You just
Yes.
run and run and run, and then at the end of the day, you get so tired and you end up at the same place, and then the following day you do it all over again, right? And so I was doing that for almost 4 years, and of course I got to wear the business suit, the business attire. I got to travel, stay in hotels, and they even gave me a car, and it looks so cool, right? But
Yes.
it just looks so
I can
cool.
resonate with you with that.
Yeah. Then then one day I was up for promotion, but I also woke up one day and I remember it was 7:30 in the morning. I was inside my car, sitting inside my car, at the car park outside of the office, and I was looking at the rear view mirror, and what I saw was an old woman staring back at my early 20s self, and I was so haggard. I was so unhappy. I was crying, and I knew right there and then that I did not want to work for anybody else again. And so when I got married, and right after that, I resigned from my job because I chose to take care and prioritize my growing family. And I did that for 25 years up to now. And so I was this constant cheerleader and cheering my kids and cheering for my husband as they achieve their own milestone one after the other. And I
Right.
also witnessed all of them, right?
Yeah.
But I never really regretted putting aside my career, my own goals, and my dreams because I was a present mom and a present wife in their lives. And because women are natural nurturers, it was a choice that I happily made for myself. But at this time, well, after I resigned, we immediately opened up, set up our own business. So we
I
actually run a clinic, a laboratory, and a drugstore. And we have created a lifestyle for me and my husband that we were able to work together. So we eat our meals together, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We are rarely apart, me and my husband. And we created a home for our family. We were able to send our children to school and to the university of their choice. We were able to travel as a family together. We were able to support our causes, and life was good.
yeah.
But 5 years ago, 5 years ago, we made a major shift when we became total empty nesters. And so during this time, my children were starting to leave home one by one for work and for school. And it left me and my husband alone in our home. And at this point, we were not getting any younger, and so
Yeah.
our traditional business was also after 25, 20 years, our traditional business was slowly owning us and our time. And I was so tired because we were physically tied to the business, right? And so, of
Yes.
course, we have high overhead expenses. So, any traditional business owner, yung mga mom and pop shops, mga brick and mortar kind of businesses, they would
Yeah.
know that you have to pay for rent. If you don't have your own space, right? Pay for your own
Right.
rent. You have to have inventory, right?
And
Kailangan meron kang ibebenta. So you
maraming
should have,
stocks,
yeah, you have to have your inventory. You pay for the salaries and benefits
benefits,
of your
employees.
employees, right?
Yeah.
What else?
Okay.
You have your you pay for electricity, water, internet connection, everything, all of those overhead expenses. You pay for taxes. And especially here in the Philippines, when you are in a small and medium enterprise, it is just difficult for you to scale up and compete with the giants in the industry, especially
Yes.
now in our current business environment. And so, having said that, I began designing a simpler life for us, for me and my husband, and focusing more on the essentials and getting rid of the excesses. And it was at this time that we began preparing for also for our retirement, and that was also just around the corner, no? And
Yeah.
I wanted to make a big change in my life, and I was looking for more flexibility in time. And so that was the time that I started looking for something online. And we actually started with a network marketing company. So we were ranking up in that company. We had some successes, and it actually paid for the tuition fees of my children in the university. And then their marketing plan changed, and they zeroed in on our accounts. And I knew at that point that I didn't want to go back to zero again. And so we left. And it was also at this time that I established my Airbnb business. I also have an Airbnb business. It is also an online business, and
Wow. That's awesome.
yeah, so it was also doing well, but then the pandemic came, and
Yeah.
so there was travel restrictions, so it made it impossible to sell the rooms. And so my
Yes.
Airbnb business is still there. It's still waiting for guests once travel is allowed, no, in our place. And so around this time, it was also when I did my Airbnb business. It was also at this time that I found my digital business, which was thriving in spite of or amidst the global health
Pandemic.
crisis. Right?
Yeah.
So to answer also your question, we I wanted to go to the digital business, to working online. It's because if you have a traditional business, you have more capital outlay, right? Mas marami
Yes.
kang nilalagay na capital compared to having an online business, you have a minimal capital. It's still a business, so you still have capital, but then you still have flexibility of time. You can work at home. You can use your own computer, laptop, or your
Yeah.
cell phone. Right? You can have the you can work at any time, at any pace that you like. Compared to having a traditional business, dapat alas 8, nandun ka na sa workplace mo, right? Close ka, alas
Yes.
5, ganun. So mas fix ang oras ng traditional business compared to having an online business where you can just bring your work anywhere at any time. So you have that flexibility. And during the time, I was really even up to this point, just so tired of being physically tied to my traditional business. So that's why I love my digital business because I just can work anywhere at any time. So
How
I think that's
awesome
it.
is that? Thank you so much for that very, very complete answers to that question. Well, I'm so familiar also about that type of business because when you were coming from the pharmaceutical industry, me too
Uh-huh.
was coming from the fast moving consumer goods before. So as
Uh-huh.
you know, dealing about customers, owning that type of business for
Yeah.
drugstores, sari-sari stores also. So
Yes.
I am so how I say it uh, familiar of those type of stress, type of
Uh-huh.
type of workload that you have being the
Uh-huh.
owner of that type of traditional business that you are in. So it's really true that yun na nga, mahirap talaga kasi since you have to establish your regular opening hours and regular closing hours. So before opening, you must ensure that all of those stops there inside are already there and displayed in the proper places,
Yes.
right?
Right.
So you have to go there early as possible, right?
Yes.
And
You
yeah,
have
you have
lots of manpower. You need
yes,
manpower to man your store compared to a digital business that you can just do it alone. And
yes,
you don't have to pay for employees to have a digital business. At the same time, when you have a traditional business, you need a physical your physical presence is needed there to interact with your customers, right? Where in fact
yes.
in a digital business, um, we are global, and we can just use our business page for us to attract the customers that we want for our business. So more freedom, more flexibility compared to having a traditional business.
The liberty of time and the resources is here in this digital business
Mm.
compared to your
So,
traditional business, right? And the
so
potential of growing so much, the potential of having that
yes,
retirement benefit that we are aiming, all of
yes,
us
yes,
maybe are all aiming for that type of retirement benefit wherein I think there's no such a company or an organization wherein being an employee can give that type of benefits that we are aiming to have or to earn out of this digital business. Am I right with that, Ate?
it's actually limitless.
Yeah,
It's There's no cap into what you can earn in this business.
yeah, that's awesome. And yeah, the potential of growth because we are operating worldwide and
Uh-huh.
we don't own any inventory. Okay.
Yes, true.
So before I move to the next question, maybe we can greet with our more viewers right here. So hi, Aya Mohammed. How are
Hi,
you? Thank you for
Anna.
watch. Yeah, thank you for watching. We have here very inspiring story, Ate Nikki by me. So we have here Melrose. Hello, Melrose. Thank you for watching us.
Hi,
Then
Wilrose.
okay, then a message also from Maan. All right. So I'm going to move to my next question. So I know Ate Nikki is already a successful. Sorry, I'm. That was answered already. So after that, dealings, or after having that type of experiences owning your traditional business and while having this digital business that you have right now, what are the changes that you get while running your digital online business?
The changes, I think I'm going to talk about transformations and all.
Correct.
Before that, let me expound how I got into the digital business so I can share the changes in my life when I started my business, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah, go ahead,
after
Kay.
Yeah, so after we left the network marketing company that we were in before, I needed to find another side hustle to compensate for that lost income, right? So
Yeah.
around this time, I was already in my midlife. And as you know, we are all going through different phases in our lives, right? And so at this time, during this time, we did not have kids anymore at home, and I was getting tired of our traditional business. And suddenly, I had more time on my hands, and I felt this emptiness, not only in my physical space, but also in the deepest recesses of my heart. And then it really hit me, and it was a midlife awakening for me because I started to question myself what I wanted to do for the remaining days of my life, right? And I
Okay.
knew that even at midlife, I still have more to give. And I was looking for this self fulfillment because I was always behind the shadows of my family. And I knew that there was still something that I needed to do. And I suddenly remembered that I was this bright-eyed lady who had a degree tucked under my belt, who graduated in a university, who had her own goals, who had her own dreams, but it was just put aside because I have to take care of my family. And there was no more, any midlife will say this, there's no more career to go back to after midlife, right? Wala na
Yeah.
kukuha sa'yo pag 50 years old ka na, you know? Wala ka ng career.
Unlike if you're
And
living outside here in the Philippines, maybe US or Canada, wherein there's no age limit, right?
yes, yes.
Okay.
So that's what happened to me. And luckily, I found this business because I knew. And then when I found it, I knew that this was what I was looking for. Kasi walang age limit, right? There's
Yeah.
you can just go and dive right into it. And the biggest change for me was this business has given me back the hope that I can still make something out of myself. And it has given me back the spark in my life, knowing that it is still possible to achieve my own dreams. And I have a dream of having a healthy and a comfortable retirement lifestyle, to be able to continue to travel. I love traveling. It's one of the things that we always wanted to do with my husband and my children, and to be able to maintain the kind of lifestyle that I want, the present lifestyle that we have. Usually, di ba, when you get older, medyo bumababa yung standards mo, bumababa yung lifestyle mo because your income is also decreasing, right? But I
Yeah.
wanted to maintain our lifestyle and to be able to make decisions in my old age without asking permission from anyone, even from my children, because I can basically afford to do so. And
Wow.
to be able to what else to be able to be independent from my children. You know, Filipino families, di ba? Pag tumatanda na yung parents, the parents uh, will depend on the children for their old age. I didn't want that for myself because I've seen that from my parents and from other Filipino families, right? And so
Yeah.
I wanted to be independent from my children, to retire my husband because he's been working so hard for our family, and to be able to help our children also start up in their personal lives or even in their careers. And I also have big dreams for Rotary. It is an organization that we support, an organization that we really love, and to be debt free, of course, and to take full control of our lives and to live our lives according to our own terms, which for me is freedom. right? And to have that peace of mind, knowing that our retirement is secure, to be confident that you are debt free for life, and and to have that 100% clarity in your mind on how you can provide for your family for the years to come. So isn't that beautiful, diba? So these are the dreams that I have, and these are the dreams that I want to pursue and I want to continue even at midlife. So those are my the changes that I have
That's
in this business.
yeah, that's
Mhm.
very awesome, Ate. And we, Maandilika can resonate with that experience, as she said in her comments right here.
Yes, man is a very is a banker, and she has already achieved so much in her career also, and also
Wow.
fellow digital business owner.
Wow. So the business is really growing so much, right?
Mhm. She's very
Okay.
accomplished actually, Maan.
We have another comment from Miraninia. Very inspiring story. And also from Melrose. Right. Oo nga. Hindi ko na
Really very
mabasa in this business as long as you are in legal age as country you are in. All
yes.
right. You have said that very clearly, Melrose. All right. Thank you for that answer, Ati. Then my next question will be. Sorry, I have to remove that one. Okay. Do you consider your business as something that you consider that very huge opportunity for everybody?
Definitely, definitely. As you can see, people are now shifting online. And just in case you haven't noticed it yet, um, notices this yet, and especially now with the global health crisis, we
Right.
bank online. Kami,
Yeah.
we order our food online. We even go
Yeah.
to mass online. My daughter goes to school online. My sister-in-law, she had her medical consult online. My best friend, she had her counseling online. And I even saw recently there was a sponsored ad that Josh Groban is having a concert online. Diba?
Online. Yeah.
So our organization, Rotary, we're having our meeting online. And even coffee dates are now done online. And so the list can go on and on and on. And so everybody, or people are really shifting or moving online. And we have a global reach of 2.6 billion
Billion.
2.6
Yeah.
million Facebook users. How about on Instagram, on YouTube, on LinkedIn, on Pinterest, and a lot more of other social networking platforms that you can also use for your business. And so your customer base is so huge and it is global and worldwide. And to prove that the people are moving online, the numbers actually do not lie. When I started 2 years ago, we were only around 6,000 members in our online community. And now we
Oh.
have ballooned to, I just checked earlier, we have ballooned to 66.5 thousand people
Oh.
here in our online community. So how cool is that, right? So people are really shifting or moving online, and the internet is actually still very, very young. We are
Yeah.
still starting, and do not kid yourself that everything will go back to normal soon because it won't. And even if they find a cure in this global pandemic, people will still continue to do their businesses online because it is still a safer route for them to
Yeah.
follow, right?
Yes, of course. Yeah. So to add up for your statement about people moving online, I know also that even the trial of some cases on the trial court are done already online.
So, yan na. Oo.
Lawyers are attending their cases online. Then
Yeah,
of
yeah.
course, the Senate hearing, we see them on internet that they are doing also the Senate trial online.
Yes, yes, yes.
And some or one of the giant retail company here in the Philippines, for we know that they are also shifting to online.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
So okay, thank you
it's
so much for
normal
that.
already. People are just online. Everything will be done online.
Yeah,
So why
almost.
not? So why not bring your business online, right?
With that 2.6 billion users, and we should not worry about internet connection right now because the internet is very, very growing. Wherein I know
And
from,
accessible.
yeah, from Tesla, Elon Musk, he has
Uh-huh.
a company Starlink. Then
Uh-huh.
it brings, just recently, Falcon 9 is bringing 60 Starlink, ano, how do you call it? Yung parang mga desk doon sa orbit to give more strength on the internet connection. And it focused on the countries or areas that are not saturated yet with internet connection.
That's good to
So
know.
yeah, at the end of this year, Starlink is aiming to saturate the whole world by through their internet connection, and maybe until the next year. So
Uh-huh.
the internet space, the internet is not very much young already, young yet, but still they are still continuing to grow with
Yes.
the presence of Starlink by Elon.
That's why
Okay,
it
that
has a very big potential. The online business really has a very, very huge potential to
yeah.
it's something that people should really consider going into. And what better way to start than today?
All right. Okay. So to move on, talking about because you have said that definitely this is an opportunity for everyone who understands how amazing this business is. So talking about opportunity, do you have something big opportunity that you have missed when you were young? Different question, different approach. Maybe needs different answer.
So maybe I think the biggest or one, but I don't know. So I think the only opportunity I can think that I missed was I mentioned earlier that there was a promotion. There's a promotion for me in the pharmaceutical company that I was in before.
Okay.
It allowed if I accepted that one, I would have had bigger paycheck, more benefits, but it will also allow me to stay in the city. I live in the province right now, and it will
Okay.
allow me to move to the city, and I really do not want to go to go back to the city. And if I see or if I see my family right now, I don't have any regrets. I'm happy with what I see. I'm happy about the kind of life that we have created for my family, and I wouldn't even trade it for anything in the world. And so, okay, love, if I miss that opportunity.
Wow, that's great. Thank you so much for that. So maybe if
Mhm.
you have if you have accepted that one, you don't have this type of digital business right now.
And I'm sure I
Maybe.
will be very unhappy because, as I've said, I'm just like that hamster that just runs and runs and runs and then just get tired and still continue doing what you're doing. And I don't think
Yeah.
it will be so fulfilling for me.
Okay. So next, if you could go back to that young self inside of you, and right now you want to tell people something that they needed to hear, maybe. So what would that be? Speaking about opportunity also.
So to my younger self, and I'm actually thinking now of my children because they are now in their early 20s. My message should be is now is the time for them to really dream big because they have so much time in their hands to pursue them compared to people my age or in midlife, right? And one of
Yeah.
their greatest assets right now is time. And time loss is not can never be recovered, right? So at a young age you can also allow yourself to make mistakes and fail because that is how we learn.
Yeah.
But at the same time it gives you the leverage to try and try again until it will work for you. And so now is actually the time to work on pursuing your dreams, most especially now because they already have ready access to information and they are now able to make a sound decision. And so if they want to start an online business, there are already marketing tools, products, trainings, automated systems that they can readily use and available at the click of a button, right? So madali na lang to do it now. So they just have to go out there to uh, thread your own path, make your own path, have your own vision of where you want to be, and you celebrate your unique self because we have to have, you should be your authentic self, and you just go and chase after your dream. Meron ba sa dream? My dream. And that means really is to taking action, and today is always the best day to do so.
All right, that's so awesome, Ati. So your children now could be maybe sooner or later you'll one of your business partners soon.
I hope so.
Yeah, because we all know, as in the community of almost 67,000 members right now, that there was a 19-year-old who embarked on this
Yeah,
journey and now being very much successful, right?
yes,
As we all
yes,
know.
yes.
And not just that there was 19 years old once upon a time, but there are also retired 70 years old, 65 years old, or more than that age that are doing this business and they are so successful also, right?
Correct, correct. That's
Okay.
correct.
So another one is I'm asking you if can you share to our viewers, or can you share with me a piece of advice to people upon seeing any big opportunity like the business that you are in? What can you give for them? Or maybe you have covered a lot, or anything else that you could add up to that.
I would really like to speak to the midlifers and maybe the empty nesters out there because they
Okay.
are of the same age range as me. So when you are
Okay.
already in this phase in your life, you have already raised your family. You have already run your household. You have already paid your bills. Maybe you have survived an illness or maybe a death in the family. Maybe you have loved, you have lost, and then maybe you have loved again, right? And
Yeah.
all of these experiences give you the strength and the courage in yourself. And now is the now is the time to realize how strong you really are. And because you discover yourself, you begin to love yourself more. You want to give back to yourself more, and because you have already given so much to yourself and you have already given so much of yourself to others, most especially to your family. Now is actually the time to focus your attention to yourself and to go
Yourself.
after those. Maybe you have your forgotten dreams, or maybe you have dreams that you have set aside, just like me. Because, my dear friends, it may sound as cliche as it may seem, but life is indeed short to live a life of regrets. And so, if you have already achieved all your goals and dreams, then my congratulations, you are a rarity. But just in case you are nowhere where you want to be in your life right now, most especially at this time in our what's happening globally, we can
Yeah.
share with you a vehicle that you can use to achieve for you to reach your goals and your dreams through a successful internet-based business that has really changed the lives of thousands of online business owners worldwide. Like, they have already paid mortgages, they are paying credit card debts and bank loans, they have bought properties, they have helped families and charities, they have spent long vacations or holidays, they have spent more quality time for their family and living the lifestyle of their dreams, and most importantly securing their retirement, and of course so much more. These are just some of the benefits that you're going to have when you start your online business now. And I'd just like to say that it's really never too late to chase and achieve those dreams. And when the time comes that we leave this beautiful world of ours, we can be at peace with ourselves, knowing that we have lived with abundance, and we have lived our lives well, right? So I think that's it.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. But if I may add up about what you have said, that this about the vehicle. So
Yeah.
this vehicle can, if you just follow all of those structured in our training site, this
Mm-hmm.
will move them fast compared
Uh,
to traditional business. Am I right?
yes, of course. When you are, we're talking about the vehicle,
Yeah,
you are in the driver's seat and you take
yeah,
control of your business. And the vehicle is composed of, it has a machine and whatever it is inside the vehicle, and these are all the tools, the trainings, the what else, the products and everything that you need in your business in order for you to move your business, right? And so we actually have that, and it's so accessible, and anybody can do it. If a 19-year-old to a 70-year-old person can do it, anybody can do it,
yeah,
right?
absolutely. Absolutely
uh-huh.
perfect. Thank you so much for that. So
Mhm.
right now we have to end this interview. Then my last question will be no, just a simple message or thanks to our viewers, to our viewers and to your followers, or maybe you can plug in to your website also as a parting words. Go
So
ahead.
I'd like to
Please.
thank, thank you so much. Thank you again for having me here tonight. Such a pleasure. We're already in our 44-minute mark, and thank you for those people who have stayed with us up to this point. I hope that I have imparted a piece of inspiration to your viewers. And if you have any questions on how you can jumpstart your online business or how to start a digital business, you may reach out to William. He is a very good mentor, and you can also find me in my Facebook account at Chase Your Dreams with Nikki, or you may click my link at www.nikitaiko.net, and we'll be happy to assist you and chat with you. And let's see where this will go. And you will really never know if you will not try. So just go for it. Check it out.
All right. Thank you so much, Ate Nikki Taiko, for having me here with the fifth episode of Inspiration Points. I hope and we hope and I know that people who are listening or viewing to us right now, and for somebody that could catch up us on replay, they get some inspirations, and I know they all be inspired by your stories, especially for those people that are planning to take some business, to start a business right now. Maybe they could compare
Yes, yes,
which, a traditional business or your digital business. As you
yes.
have said that this vehicle, this type of business can give them fast results compared to those traditional business that mostly most people are doing in right now, right?
Mm. It's actually a no-brainer. If you're in a traditional business and you see how a digital business works, it's actually a no-brainer. You just know that the digital business is really much better than operating a traditional business.
That's absolutely, I totally agree. Coming from the actual experience of a real owner from a traditional business and running also a digital business. All right. So, thank you so much, Ati. We are in the 46-minute mark right now. So, thank you so much for your time. And thank you for all those people that are having us live. And for some who will catch us on replay, thank you so much. Then, ask Nikki Taiko for any assistance on how to get started out of this digital business, right? So, you can just click Nikki Taiko, www.nikitaiko.net. And if you want to ask me also, my website is www.williamdigitalfortune.com. All right, Ate Nikki, thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much for having
Have
me
a
here.
Yeah, God bless you and good evening. Bye,
God
Ate.
bless everyone. Bye.
All right, bye.